Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk America. It is your host Reggie, back again. Talk some shit. So let's get into it. So, recently, there is primaries. And actually, fuck that. I want to start with Mitch McConnell recently stepping down. So I think yesterday, February 28th, 2017. Senator Mitch McConnell, he was the House leader of the Republicans or whatever. He finally decided to step down. Wow. The reason I want to bring this up is because he represents a problem in American politics. Call me crazy. This is a casual politic type because I don't really care for politics, but positions like Mitch McConnell with houses of the seat or the head of the house, whatever the fuck that position was called, should not be up for whenever a nigga want to resign or step down, because Mitch McConnell was way overdue in leaving that position. Way overdue. And the same could be said for judge positions like the Supreme Court and any other position in the three branches of our government. Why the fuck do we have permanent lifelong positions? That just makes zero fucking sense. Why do our Supreme Court just stay there until they die? I'm sorry, that just does not add up. I'm so sorry. This is just a problem. And I mean, at least the nigga recognized that, hey, I'm too old to do this shit. Let me step down. Yeah, nigga, we've been telling you that for the past 4 or 5 years, dumbass. Way too fucking old. The motherfucker could the last 2-3 years, the motherfucker could barely look around and speak. And he's the head representative or whatever. This is a problem with our politics. We have too many geriatric motherfuckers representing and leading our country. Why? They have 2 more weeks to live. Why are they in charge of our country? I don't get it. I don't get it. But at least he stepped down. Thank God. And in other news, it's looking like we're getting Biden and Trump again. It's looking like we're getting a crash course of those two, because none of the other candidates, they're getting enough steam. Like, they're not getting anything, no traction, no nothing. It's looking like Biden and Trump. It's like you can go. Biden and Trump is looking like the 2016 Cavs and Warriors matchup. It don't matter. You know those two teams is coming into the end. We all know Biden and Trump is going to meet at the elections this year. Now, this is the problem. Americans are sick and tired of both of these niggas. Now, I would say more Americans are probably more tired of Biden because that's the current president, and some Americans having this factor of, oh, we miss Trump. I mean, he's a piss burger shit sandwich. I mean, that's the best comparison. Like, they both fucking suck. And the reason I brought this topic up, because Americans are tired of picking between two shitty options. Why every 4 years when we have to vote for president, we have shitty option A or shitty option B? And you can't expect Americans to keep being okay with this. And this is why a lot of Americans don't even fucking vote. They feel like why bother? One, I'm not going to be represented. Like, nobody represents me. And the president don't do shit. So millions of Americans are not going to vote this election because they don't see any fucking point. That's not good. These whole ads where it's like, you have to vote, your vote matters. It's not clicking. You can't keep telling people their vote matters, then when they vote, it doesn't fucking matter. Like Americans are tired of falling for the same fucking game. These commercials are telling people you have to vote for your life work, vote. You know how people be like, they voice the importance of voting, and we're a system that our votes mean little to nothing. It's so weird, but they'll be like, vote like your life matters. Vote blue. We have to vote red. We gotta vote the red out. We gotta vote the blue out. I want people to realize that You can vote blue all you want. You can vote red all you want. The way this government works, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. Both Republicans and Democrats are working for the same team, bro. And our people like America. You know they working together, right? They're on the same team, just different jerseys, if that makes sense. Democrats and Republicans are... And I know Democrats hate when I do that. No, Republicans are way worse. Democrats are pussies, though. Like, Democrats are pussies. Like, Democrats are just as evil as Republicans. They're just gay. Like, oh, we have gay people and Indian people and black people. That's the only difference with Democrats. Both are evil. Both are love money. Both are representing companies. They're not representing the American people. What's not clicking, America? Whether you got a Republican governor or a Democratic governor, they're not representative. Our government is not representative. This is not a political, this is not a Democrat. Oh, it's the Democrats. It's the Republic. Our government, not the Democrats, not the Republican. Our government is not representative. Stop trying to blame a side. Oh, it's the liberals. Are you niggas dumb? Are you really gonna blame liberals or conservatives, Democrats or Republicans? This is way bigger than that. This is both sides. Both sides in collaboration to oppress American people. Now, it may sound crazy. Like, what? Republicans and Democrats working together? Yes. They don't give a fuck about the American people. If they did, why would we keep having mass shootings? Why are innocent children dying? If they did, why are we still being taxed, but our tax dollars going to Israel, Ukraine, instead of healthcare and better pay? If American government don't give a fuck about us, if they did, we would have better way of life. Why do we have such a high cost of living if our government cared about us? They only care about corporation and businesses. I'm sorry. It is the fucking truth. And I will keep repeating this until every American not only knows it, but is ready to do something about it. Because it's one thing to know it, like, yeah, our government's corrupt. Okay, niggas know that. But what are we going to do about it? How many children, how many hours do you need to be overworked? How many bills do you need to pay to realize, okay, this shit fucking sucks. Like, I don't get it. And it's going to take more than one person. It's going to take, I don't want to say all of us, because that's unrealistic. Imagine trying to get all of America on the same page. That's just virtually impossible. That's not the goal either. The goal is to get enough Americans pissed off to be like, I don't want to live like this anymore. Until then, we're just going to keep being bullshit by our government. And we're going to keep, I keep hitting this shit. We're going to keep getting two shitty options. Until Americans are like, you know what? I don't want to have two shitty options. I want a better option. Yeah. I want to talk about the NFL. Let's talk about the NFL. Unfortunately, the Chiefs and their Super Bowl parade had a shooting, and it's really unfortunate, but it really represents what's wrong with America. Like, the Super Bowl champs can't even celebrate without there being some type of shooting. Like, how we attack mass shootings is going to be interesting, because this country loves guns, and I ain't mad at that. I like guns. Guns are cool, but it's something there's gonna have to be some type of middle ground, because when we have kids being shot up in schools and nothing's being done, that's it. Like, you're trying to numb the American people, and I'm not cool with that. When you're telling the American people, hey, damn, that's fucked up, that school shooting where dozens of innocent children died, but we can't really do much. So you're telling me the NRA and all these other gun companies got our government by the balls so tight that they can't change gun laws? like that more kids could possibly die. That's crazy that these industries and that these certain industries like the gun industry, the car industry, fuel industry, they have our government by the fucking nuts. Like, our government can't do shit. Our politicians can't do shit because GE, Exxon, a lot of these big companies, the NRA, they can just vice grip our government by the nuts. By, you better not change that fuel emission law. You better not go up on our taxes. And what our politicians do is what our government do. Oh, okay, I won't. I mean, that's why we not getting any gun laws. Not only does this country loves guns too much, but it's the companies who make the guns, who, you know, the lobbyists, the people who profit from the guns. What do you think they're gonna say if we include gun laws? Whoa, bro. What about our money? we need money too. And that is exactly why politicians and our government won't be doing anything. And also, they be getting huge donations in these elections that these politicians and our government run. Like, you want to run for that seat? Well, let me get a big donation from you and I'll make sure we won't vote against you. This is American politics, bro. It's been nothing but lobbying and being bought under. And then you're expecting that same person to represent your state, your district, it's so weird. Like, no, they're not going to represent Americans' interests when they're already representing a company's interests. It's hard to do both because they coincide, they co-deflect or whatever. You can't represent a private company interest and the American people's interest because they almost are opposite. And a lot of these politicians in our government they're clearly representing corporations and private businesses. So the American people are like, well, just fuck us, right? And the government is saying, yes, fuck y'all. Like, how much explicit do the government needs to say, go fuck yourselves? Another thing with the NFL, they are starting to go more private with their games, meaning more streaming apps. Like, basically, pre-2020, most NFL games were NBC, CBS, Fox, because those were like local channels. Anybody could watch those games. Well, now more games are being on Amazon Prime, Peacock, private streaming apps that you have to go out of your way, download, sometimes even make an account for it, sometimes even subscribe just to watch an NFL game. Like, just previous year, the NFL put a fucking playoff game on I think it was Amazon Prime or something, or Peacock. Of course, a lot of people were upset because imagine you're a fan of that team and you don't want to buy Peacock. Like, god damn, I don't want to buy an app or buy a subscription just to watch my favorite team play the game. And this is a problem with the NFL. Some might say, hey bro, just download the app and pay that $7 a month, $10 a month if you really watch it. Yeah, that's easy. But the bigger problem is, why do I need to pay an app and go out of my way just to watch a fucking football game? We're losing the plot. The NFL is starting to go towards these private ways to watch football games, and it's like the fan base, I won't say all of the fan base are not liking it, because it's like, why am I going through hoops and holes and paying even to watch football? It is what it is, man. This is just capitalism. And, the NFL is looking at that bottom line. Like, these apps are paying good money to get NFL games. So the NFL is going to be like, yeah, nigga, if you're trying to pay, like Amazon, they paid like $1 billion, like 1.5 billion, so they can start getting games on Amazon Prime. So of course the NFL is gonna be like, yeah, bro, if you're willing to pay me that much, fuck yeah, we'll put a playoff game. Fuck yeah, we'll put that game on your app if you're trying to pay me $1 billion. I'm not gonna say no to them. Roger Goodell is not gonna say no to billions. Come on now. So it's really just business, but it has drawbacks. Like, fans are a little upset, including me, because I don't want to subscribe to Peacock or these other apps just to watch a fucking football game. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's silly. we're definitely losing the plot. I want to end on this topic. A lot of times people on these podcasts, they talk about dating and how much money you need to make to date. And there was this one video, I didn't watch it thoroughly, but she was like, you need to have at least 40,000. You need to make at least 40,000 to date. If you don't make 40,000, you can't date. And my response, like, thinking about that, because that's not the only person who thinks like that, who has said along the lines, if you don't make a certain amount of money, or if you're broke even, why are you dating? And this is bringing me to a conversation. How much longer is it going to be like this, where if you don't make a certain amount, you can't be dating, to where we notice that this is a problem? Because this isn't normal. This way of like dating isn't normal, where of course money is a huge factor in dating, but when it comes to like, oh, if you don't make this amount, you shouldn't be dating at all. Like, how much more do we do until we be like, okay, that, because unfortunately people are still going to date. Broke people who make 40,000 or under 40,000, they're going to date you. Like, it's silly. But it's just like, how much are we going to start realizing that a lot of these dating conversations and shit revolve in like money and like needing to provide and shit. It's crazy that a lot of dating today reflects around like money and shit like that. But it's the day we live in, where we have everything revolving around money and being expensive and shit. Now dating you're seeing it now in dating, like, where people ask like, what do you do, and things like that. Because I mean, love isn't going to pay bills, so I get that. Like, financial literacy is very important, but I think it's taking a toll in dating, like, where it's the main thing. And it definitely shouldn't be the main thing. It's an important thing. I'm not here to say you shouldn't be looking for money, because bills have to be paid, but the money isn't the most important thing. And I think that's where we're losing the plot. Like, money isn't the most important thing in dating. It's important, but not the most important thing. But yeah, man, it's just weird to see that talking point in dating, because not everybody's gonna make that amount of money. So you're telling people who don't make that amount of money that they shouldn't date? That's really just weird and rude, really. And people are gonna date anyway. Like, it's stupid to even say shit like that. But the fact that people think like that, like, why are you dating if you don't have this amount of money, or if you're broke? I mean, shit, people still want to be in love. And we really should be addressing the bigger situation. Why is there so many people broke? Some might say, oh, personal choices, but there's way too many people struggling right now to pay bills, where that is also making... I had this realization recently that dating and what's going on in America, they're starting to merge. It's so hard to live right now. The cost of living is so high. Everything is expensive. Bills, rent, car note, groceries. And that's starting to have a huge effect on dating. Now dating is so hard now, because like, people are like, what are you gonna do for me? I got bills, I got groceries. If you're not gonna come in my life and help me out, just don't. That's how some people are now. Dating is getting even more, like, dating was already hard before all of this inflation and high bills and it being hard to get a house. Dating was already hard. Now it's even harder. My generation can't buy a house. Imagine how hard it is to date when you have to bring people over your mom's house or your dad's house, because my generation can't afford a fucking house. So imagine, of course, dating is going to be harder. And groceries are expensive. Rent is expensive. Yeah, dating's going to be harder. It's just like, we need to realize that it's not just one thing. It's a culmination of things. And we need to address like the real issue, which is, I'm beating a dead horse, but it's our government and the way of living. Like, this way of living isn't cool. And of course it's going to have an effect on dating and how people look at dating. And that's just my opinion on it, though. I definitely be happy. But Yeah, I think that was a good episode. I'm just end it there. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And just stay tuned for the next one. Till then, peace.